In Korea, there's a pretty well-balanced meal of vegetables and meats and rice, your grains. 안녕하세요. 저는 미국에서 온 크리스티나입니다. 반갑습니다. I think very slim and slender compared to America. There's a lot of different body types, but in Korea, I've mostly seen a lot of people who are quite slim. In America, there's all different sizes of people. So there's big, there's skinny, there's small, tall, muscular. So I think there's more variety of different body types in America compared to Korea. I'm vegan, so I don't eat meat, milk, or anything that comes from an animal. So these are all based on my opinions of what I see my friends eating or some other people at restaurants. Korea, I notice people go out to eat more often than in America. Because of this, I think you can't really eat big meals every day. But in America, it's kind of like a treat if you go out to eat. So oftentimes, if I go out to eat with my friends, we are usually there for quite a long time. So we'll maybe get some drinks or we'll get an appetizer at first and then we get our meal and then sometimes we get dessert and we always take food home to go. So if I go out to eat in a restaurant, I know I'm going to have lunch the next day. So big in America. I think it's because they want to show that you're getting your money's worth of food. Going out to eat is very expensive in America, so I think they try to have big plates so that you think you're spending your money well. But I can never finish it all, so I would often have to take it home. So I noticed that in Korea, there's a pretty well-balanced meal of vegetables and meats and rice, your grains. So I think a lot of American dishes are based on the meat. So you'll have a big steak and maybe a little bit of broccoli, like 2 little things of broccoli, or you'll have like a burger or chicken. So your meal is usually the meat. Other things are kind of not really important. Oftentimes when people go out to eat, they get like soda, like sweet tea, something with their meal. But usually in Korea, me, my friends, and other people I know, we just get the free water and maybe soju, but yeah, so I think the typical like American meal that like my mom cooks and everyone else cooks is like a meat, some vegetables, potatoes, or something like this. And in Korea, I noticed that there's like a lot of soup and rice and banchan, side dishes and vegetables. So instead of just having one plate, like there'd be like a lot of different side dishes. And also sharing, I think, is more common here than America. You don't share meals in America oftentimes. Oh yeah, so American breakfast, the typical breakfast is, well, I think on the weekdays where people are busy, like people would maybe have a quick breakfast, like oatmeal or cereal. But on the weekends, maybe your parents will cook a nice hearty breakfast, bacon, pancakes, eggs, sausage. So this is very unhealthy, I think. Compared to Korean breakfast, when I used to teach, a lot of my students, I asked, oh, what did you eat today? They'd say, oh, we had some rice and kimchi, and kind of like a meal to me, I would think, like a lunch or dinner for breakfast. So it's a little different. I think in America, most people like to eat kind of sweet things in the morning compared to a lot of Koreans like to eat maybe savory dishes in the morning, depending on the person. Oh, really salty, yeah. So I don't eat meat, so it's kind of hard because I don't eat a lot of the like salty food. But I noticed that when I ate, for example, snacks or chips, like the American Lay's chip is much more saltier than the chips I've had in Korea. And also the French fries, they add more salt and things like that. So I think based on the like American palate, a bit more saltier and also sugar too, more sweeter things suit well. I think more salty and sugary. So if there's like a cake or like a muffin, let's say, that they eat that has not a lot of sugar inside, maybe they'd be like, oh, this isn't that tasty, it's not really sweet. But here, I think they add like a little bit less sugar in many bakeries that I've been to. It depends on the bakery, but just based on my experience. Oh, I think actually nowadays it's becoming more common to see healthy fast foods in America. So nowadays, like you can go to places where you can get veggie burger and you can get like salads to go, or like Chipotle where you can make a burrito using fresh ingredients. So I think times are changing now because they're incorporating more healthy foods in America. It's actually more expensive here for fast food. My friends who go to McDonald's in America and then they come here and they're like, oh, it's so expensive here. So I think it's maybe like $1 more compared to the States. I think that's what a lot of people do. They start to eat like kimbap and cheaper alternatives. So these were some differences between diets in America and Korea. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.